Good morning, everybody. I am in Dallas, getting ready to go home. Hey there, in the skies, Joy. Good morning. Hey, Kaylin. Dog Mama's here. You guys are awesome. I'm gonna flip the camera around. The hearts. Hey. So, excuse me as I try to put this up here. It's loud. Can you guys still hear me when the people are talking in the airport? Say yes if you can hear me, or I could wait and not talk while they're talking. You can hear me. Awesome. Thanks, Kaylin. Cool. Megan for Balance is here. Welcome. Oh, thank you, guys. Thanks for letting me know that. Thanks for the hearts. We got, I said snowstorm. Hashtag snowstorm, so we get snowflakes in the hearts. That's cute, Periscope. I like that. I wasn't even aware of that. Good morning. So you guys, I was down in Dallas for a scent detection workshop this weekend, and then I got stuck here because of the snowstorm. I was supposed to fly home yesterday, but no flying into Baltimore yesterday. So I stayed in Dallas an extra day. At first they told me they weren't going to be able to get me home until Tuesday afternoon, but I got lucky with somebody last night on the phone with Southwest, and they squeezed me on one of the flights this morning. So I'm really looking forward to getting back. I miss my dogs. It's hard to be away from them for this many days at a time. That one's louder. Cool. So the scent detection workshop was amazing. Emily Stoddard is a dog trainer out of Chicago, Illinois, and she has several dogs she's trained for scent detection. She also does every other kind of competitive canine sport you can think of. So it was really awesome to learn from her and watch her. I've had so much experience training dogs, and I've had a lot of experience competing with other animals because I grew up training and showing horses and competing at a very high level. In fact, when I was 18 years old, I was ranked 3rd in the country in the small junior hunter division, which is jumping over fences. So I'm no novice to the competition world. I just have not, until now, had an opportunity to consider competing with canines. I've just focused mostly on pets having good manners. So I was really looking for, a source, an outlet for my German Shepherd to be able to work a little bit more intensely than just being well-mannered. He definitely needs a job. So I wanted to learn a little bit more about scent training, and I knew that Emily would be just an amazing resource. So Adam Gibson is a good friend of mine and trainer down in Dallas, and he was hosting her workshop. So I jumped in an airplane and came down to see it. It was awesome, and it's so easy. So I don't know if you guys know much about scent detection or not, but I didn't know anything about it before this weekend. It's so easy to train, and you just literally break it down in the tiniest steps and train it, and it's super easy and super fast. Anyway, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about scent detection and a little bit more about my my attitude with having gotten stuck here in Dallas, which is pretty fun and exciting for me, to be completely honest. And if you are new to me or new to watching me, I also like to introduce myself. My name is Kim Greco, and I am a professional dog trainer. I own a dog training business called Paws and Possibilities, and I am the creator of our online dog training course called Manners Matter. So I'm down in Texas learning about scent detection, and we accomplished in 2 days, in Emily's description, what most people and what most dogs accomplish through 2 series of 6-week group training classes, right? Good morning, Stacy B. So in 2 full days of immersion training workshop for scent detection, the dogs went from novice, they don't know anything, to some of them are literally ready to step in the ring and compete. 2 days! It was so cool to watch that progression happen so fast. And we worked them in very short amount of time. So it could be 2 or 3, sometimes up to 5 minutes at a time, but then we put them away and sort of let them soak it up a little bit, and then we get them back out later and try it again. So each dog went through several repetitions each day, but they progressed so fast and so quickly to, originally we put I have it right here, I'm going to show you. Do I have Boomer with me? I do not have Boomer with me. He is home with one of my trainers, with Lauren. I wanted to bring him with me, but in all honesty, my airfare for Southwest was about $67 for me to go to Dallas, and it would have been like almost $500 for him to fly. So I opted to leave him at home. And but some of the trainers actually from the Dallas area that were attending the workshop were awesome enough to let me borrow their dogs, so that I get some hands-on learning and practice as well. So this is one of the tins. I have it in a Ziploc bag so that it won't leak out and smell too bad. So this is one of the tins we start with holes poked in it. There is a piece of blotter paper in here that has some scent on it. In fact, I can smell it. Really, it's really strong right now. So this is how we start. We literally just start with like this in one hand and a treat in the other, and our hands further apart than this, but I just want you to see on the camera. And then the dogs want to smell this hand because it has a treat in it, but we just wait them out, and then when they put their nose over here to investigate, we would mark that. We were just saying yes to mark it, and then we would feed them. So Emily referred to that exercise as better than a cookie. So she's conditioning the dogs right from the very first repetition that going to the source of the odor will pay them more than just going to the treat. They'll get the treat by going to the odor. So it's very easy, very systematic for the dogs to learn that. And we start to add in some distractions, like stay focused on the odor, even if we start to open our hand or move the treat around or do something else that would distract them. And so they could progress through that. And once they could do that pretty consistently, and we'd switch hands and make it a little harder for them. And then we would move to putting it in a Rubbermaid container with a hole like cut out of the top. And then we would put the Rubbermaid container on the ground and have them do the same sort of thing as far as going to alert on the source of the odor, and then we would reinforce them for it. And then we added in more distractions, like we put some Rubbermaid containers out that had one had a ball in it, one had a package of treats that were in a Ziploc bag in it, and we just kept reinforcing the dogs for as long as they went to wherever the odor was. Then they were able to get reinforcement. Once they could do that on those clear Rubbermaid containers pretty easily with a big hole in the top, then we put the source of odor in a box. And we did the same thing with the box, because the competitions have this odor sources lined up in a box that the dogs need to learn to alert on. So we were able just in 2 days to take dogs that had never ever done this before and really get them to the point that they could come into a room and walk down a line of boxes and then alert on the one that had the odor in it. Simple. What are the odors? Well, there are 5. So we were 5. You couldn't see my other finger. We were going through UKC scents, and honestly, I don't know them all. We were working, the one that they would need to do in competition first is birch. But we actually, Emily has an interesting philosophy about this. So I knew so little about scent detection before this weekend, but Emily does something a little bit unique. And all breeds were participating, Dog Mama, every breed. There were trainers, and there were just dog owners, and there were Malinois and mutts and doodles and shepherds. I mean, you name it, we had it. There was a little Boston Terrier mixed with a Chihuahua. He was like the best one out of all of them. And so that's kind of cool, because any breed can do this. It's not specific to anything at all, so that's pretty cool. So what Emily does to start is that she uses, they call it a cocktail, but they use all 5 scents combined on the same blotter paper in the tin to start a dog with. So the dogs that were just beginning this weekend, the first thing they were smelling was a combination of all 5 of the oils that they use for competition. And then once a dog will alert on all 5, then she can break it down and say, okay, you'll alert on all 5, where one of those 5 is birch. Then you go back to square one and teach again, like, could you alert to just birch? And that's way easier because they already know the concept, and birch is already something that they had smelled a portion of in the cocktail. So when you pull it out and isolate it, it's significantly easier to get a dog to then alert on any one smell. when you start with all 5. So I personally thought that was pretty cool. So it was awesome. I had the best time. I can't wait to get home and start it with my dogs. I can't wait to start a group training class for anyone in our area that's interested in scent training. It's really, really, really easy. And so with a little bit of coaching and a little bit of direction, really any dog and any person could really be successful at this. What I love about it is that you let the dogs work, right? Like, I really can't help him find it. So a lot of times with training, I always tell people, you need to help your dog as little as possible. And in scent detection, in scent detection, that's absolutely critical. You need to help as little as possible. In fact, I can't help you very much at all. So it really puts a lot of ownership on the dog to take responsibility for doing the actions all by themselves. I am just fine. Thanks for asking. So it was super cool. Loved it. And then I had this whole other saga that happened in that I then was stuck in Dallas. Baltimore Washington Airport was closed because of the blizzard on the East Coast. So I couldn't get home. And I ended up staying local at a hotel right here at the airport. And I had such a great day yesterday. I went for a walk. There was a little park and a river right behind me. I had a great workout. I got lots of work done. I got lots of writing done. I caught up on some of my emails. I heard we have about 30 inches of snow at my house in Maryland, and I think about 26 inches of snow at my house in New York. So today I'm going back to my house in Maryland. Yorkie, you'd probably love the videos that we have of the Yorkies that were, they were not, I'll be honest, Cooper and Nico, they weren't a huge fan of the snow. They were with Sarah over the weekend. So that's it. Now I was stuck in Dallas with an awesome attitude. I was so excited to have my trip have a little twist and having a free day at the end. It's not often that I end up having an entire day to myself without kids and without dogs and without distractions, and I just was able to get so much work done, so many things accomplished, watch some good football games. I just had a blast, and I was really glad that I could be a traveler affected by the storm, stuck in a location I wasn't supposed to be in, and have that occur as a good thing as opposed to a stressful or a bad thing. Thank you, Caitlin. I deserve it. Well, I'm glad I took it. I mean, there's a lot of people in my place, I think, that would have ended up being upset or angry, frustrated. And the thing is, you know what? My kids were cared for. My dogs were cared for. Everything is taken care of. I'm in Dallas. I'm not in 30 inches of snow. It's warm. I had a great day. So it was fabulous. And I had arranged, actually, I was going to go spend time with some more trainers today in Dallas. Running business in 2 places. You have 2 homes. Oh, awesome. Begging for balance. Yeah, I've got that worked out like a well-oiled machine, and it works super, super well. It's because I have such a great staff. The staff I have is phenomenal. Right, Kaylin? And Kaylin and Lauren, Aaliyah, Sarah, everybody is just phenomenal. And they run the Maryland office, whether I am in Maryland or not. Self-sufficient, right, Caitlin? Right, self-sufficient to me. So when I'm there, it's like a bonus. When I'm not there, they run it 100% on their own, which is another reason why getting stuck in Dallas is not a big deal. Like, business is moving on in Maryland just as it would be if I were in New York City. So then I get to help more dogs because I get to go to 2 places. And my plans for the future would be to include hiring another team of trainers for the New York area and have New York run self-sufficient of me. And then I would sort of ping pong back and forth from New York to Maryland, as I do anyway, and work it all out. So my airplane just pulled up. So there's my airplane. I think that means I'm actually going to get to go back to Baltimore. So, and hey, you guys, because I am so thankful. I have the most awesome clients. So in case you didn't know that, the people that come work with us are like rock star clients. They're amazing. And I posted on Facebook that I was stuck in Dallas and that I would be coming home later. And one of my clients lives close to the airport, and she reached out to me and told me that she has a four-wheel drive vehicle, and that she would be happy to come pick me up at the airport and help me get home, because not all the roads are super clear yet in Maryland. So I told her, I was like, well, don't offer that if you're not being serious about it, because I'm actually going to take you up on that. Yeah, so she's going to pick me up at the airport today when I land and drive me home. So I'm quite excited about it. I said, you have to bring your dogs with you in the car, so I'll get to visit with them. But that's awesome, and I was so touched and so moved that somebody would be willing to do that. But it's certainly going to make my trip home from the airport awesome. Yeah, Kaylin, I know, it's awesome. I'm so touched and so blessed to have such amazing people surrounding me and working with. So everything is awesome. Life is grand. Gonna get on the airplane, head home. I can't wait to get my hands on my dogs and start training scent detection. I will definitely Periscope some of their early sessions. I'm hoping I'll videotape the whole learning process, because it will definitely be an interesting video for YouTube for anybody that's just starting scent detection with their dogs. I'm sure me going through it and having some ups and downs and making some mistakes and learning from them will be really helpful for other people to learn from as well. So that'll be my goal. I'll share that journey here on Periscope among other things that we're working, but I'm super excited to get home and get started with that. So I think that's it, you guys. I'm going to get ready for my flight. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all the hearts. I'm so glad to have had an opportunity to catch everybody up after the weekend. And you learned a little bit about scent detection. Thank you very much. I will have safe travels. And everybody can work on scent detection if you want to. Compete if you want to. Thank you guys are awesome. I appreciate the love and the hearts and the kind words that you guys are sharing. So again, as always, I know that your time and your attention are super valuable, and I always appreciate that you are willing to share them with me. So thank you for being here, and take care. Have a great day.